Thick-billed Parrot by Serina, Brady, and
Okay. Hi everybody. The thick-billed parrot is the only surviving parrot species that's endemic to the U.S. Currently, the species is distributed from northwest Mexico to central Mexico along the Sierra Madre Occidental Mountains. Thick-billed parrots are restricted to arboreal sky islands, inhabiting highland pineous forests mostly between 1,500 and 3,400 meters, where they feed on pinon and other pine nuts. This is a photograph of our thick-billed parrot specimen. The individual was collected from the wild in 1917 in the Chiricahua Mountains of Arizona. It changed hands and collections many times throughout its history, and it currently resides in the Museum of Southwestern Biology at the University of New Mexico in our Endangered and Extinct Species Cabinet. Although no historic nesting sites are known north of the Mexican border, thick-billed parrots were recorded on a nearly annual basis in the Chiricahuas in the early 1900s. This could indicate that the species may have had an established breeding colony in the U.S., but nesting sites were just never found. Then in August of 1904, larger flocks of thick-billed parrots were observed by miners at Bonita Park near Cochise Head. The appearance excited the miners because they took it as a sign of good luck and they were going to strike gold. The flock was estimated to be around 700 to 1,000 individuals, and it also contained some young birds. At least 7 were collected, and they were sent to various natural history museums. The next recorded occurrence was in 1917, beginning in June, and this was when our specimen was collected by E.J. Hands. Edward John Hands, or E.J., was born in England in 1866 and immigrated to Texas in 1884. 3 years later, he began a small mining operation in the Chiricahuas. He was described as a pioneer settler, frontier miner and prospector, and a loyal conservationist. He sent some specimens he collected to John Lewis's Childs collection in Floral Park, New York. John Lewis Childs was a horticultural businessman known for creating the first seed catalog business in the U.S. He was also a zealous ornithologist, maintaining one of the finest private libraries in the world of North American natural history. It included some of Audubon's original work and had over 1,000 species of North American birds and their nests and full clutches of eggs. In 1905, he created a magazine titled The Warbler, which focused on the rare species of birds of North America, and he edited this magazine until 1913. After his death in 1921, the collection was donated to the Brooklyn Museum. The next few transfers are surely documented with registrars, but their history is very sparse on Google. From J.L. Child's collection, the specimen was then transferred to the Bailey Law collection, which is currently housed at the Special Collections in Virginia Polytechnic, and that's where the second label was added. The collection includes material collected by John Eugene Law, a prominent ornithologist, and his wife Laura Beatty from their time in the Chiricahua Mountains. After her husband's death, Laura presented the collection to Virginia Polytechnic Institute and State University in 1969. The specimen then somehow made its way to MSB, probably through a trade, and that's where it currently resides. The last credible historic sightings within the U.S. were from the Chiricahua National Monument in 1938, and a small flock of the species was spotted in the southwest New Mexico in 1964. Thick-billed parrots were listed as endangered in the U.S. Fish and Wildlife Service in 1973 and are also on Appendix 1 of CITES. Attempts to reintroduce the species to the Chiricahua Mountains have proven unsuccessful, and there are a few captive breeding programs in the U.S. and in other countries. A 2013 population survey estimated the Mexican population to around 2,000 to 3,000 individuals with about 100 active nests. The driving factors for the population decline include extirpation from the U.S., but hunting and logging of pine forests, disease, and illegal capture for the pet trade and poaching. So this specimen at MSB is one of the only 50 specimens from this extirpated population of the U.S. in existence, and the last one was collected in 1920. So this is one of the last individuals from that U.S. population, as therefore a very important contribution to our collection.